How's it going, everybody? Thanks for taking a couple of minutes to check out my channel. If you're new here and you enjoy this video, maybe at the end if you could take a second to give me a quick thumbs up or a quick comment, I'd truly appreciate it. If you're here all the time watching my videos, can't thank you enough. I'm going to be checking out a couple of hives here today, mostly to see if I have some cappings going on in my honey super. I put my honey supers back on that I had extracted from, and my thought was they were just going to clean them out and I was going to pull them off and do mite treatments, but they just started refilling them up. And this is a swarm I caught. My main goal for this hive was just to get it prepared for winter, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some honey off of these girls this year. I'm going to get in here and check this out. But they're still just bringing stores in and bringing nectar in and filling the supers back up. You can see some of these bees here, they're still bringing in pollen. Now, I don't think I'll get a full honey super here. This one has a little bit of comb drawn up on it. Now here's the frame I rigged together, wired in some old foundation. They've drawn that out, they've got that almost filled. They're starting to cap that off. This is so cool. After years of struggling with beekeeping, it's really, really cool to have some stuff work out. They haven't drawn this out. I just put this frame in here not too long ago. Not drawing it out yet. Just a little bit right here. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Some of it's capped off here. Then they drew this out nice and fat. I wish it was all drawn out nice and fat. That way you can cut the top of the combs off easy. Full of nectar. It still looks pretty shiny. Sometimes you can do a shake and see water come out. Actual liquid come out. Now it's not... They're drying it out pretty good. Usually if it's really wet, you can shake liquid right out of there. Decent looking frame. Starting to draw this one out. This is a new frame they're drawing out both sides. Oh, there's a nice one. Again, about the same as the other one. Some capped, some not. Look at that, that's so cool. Nice clear looking honey. My suspicion is it's a lot of clover honey. I caught this swarm, I can't remember when, but I'll put a link to that right up here when I caught this swarm if you want to check that out. And I've just never had this happen before where I've had bees do this well. Like literally my only goal was to get this hive strengthened up and get through the winter. This frame right here, you can see it's drawn out really nice and fat. This one won't be as good because I got it. This would be better if I only had 9 frames in here, but I'm trying to encourage them to draw some more frames out. Like this one won't get too fat because that one's all plump right there. I don't have a queen excluder on this one because they have honey in all these clear down to the bottom, so the queen, she won't even come up in here to lay. All right, I'm gonna button these girls up. I'm gonna do a quick look into that one as well. I've already did one honey pull off of them so far. I discovered earlier I had the queen trapped up into my honey supers the last time I was in here. So she was stuck up here trying to lay, and there was no room hardly. I'm not exactly sure what I got going on here. Get this box off. This box looks a lot more promising. I'm hoping to find this. There was brood in here. I'm hoping it's hatched out now. Okay, here's a little bit. I don't know if that's a queen cell. That looks like a queen cell. Good night. I don't need a late season swarm. I'm gonna have to do a deeper inspection into these girls. Their honey production is looking good. I was gonna pull the queen excluder off. Okay, here was where the brood was. It's almost completely hatched out. Same here. There's another queen cell. These girls are going to swarm. That are Supersedure. Usually they're in the middle of a frame. For Supersedure, that means there's an issue with the queen. And there's usually only one or two. I got to get down below and look and see if there's some queen cells hanging off the bottom of the frames. So I'm not a total expert of this. There's 3 times they make queens. One's for swarming, one's for emergency, and one is for, it's called Supersedure. They're superseding the old queen, and there's either an issue with her, or they just get tired of her, or something, or she's low on pheromones, and they make a new cell. And typically they're in the middle of a frame, not in the bottom, hanging off the bottom. Swarm cells are usually at the bottom, from what I understand, and the 2 that I have found have been, this is sort of in the middle, I guess. It's up, not on the bottom. So now I'm going to get down below and check out what's going on there. If there's anything super interesting, I'll turn you back on. Okay, so I found the queen down below. She's still laying really well. Here's a really nice brood pattern right here. A little bit of drone on the bottom. Pretty much completely filled in. A few empty spots here. She's laying extremely well. This side here, not quite as packed full. There's some pollen and stuff in there where she couldn't lay, but I mean, that to me that's a pretty good pattern. Now my thought is that when I had her trapped up in the honey super, she had nowhere to lay, and they were assuming that she was just not laying well. So that's when they build Supersedure cells sometimes, when the queen is starting to come to her end. But this girl is not coming to her end. So I got to make a decision what to do with those 2 queen cells. I'm considering taking both of them out of there, making 2 late season splits. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to probably pull them out, see if I can get 1 or 2 of them to mate. If they do, and then for some reason these swarm, if there are actually swarm cells and they swarm, I'm still going to have a mated queen to put back into here. I don't know, it's just something I'm going to try. If there's some more experienced beekeepers watching this, maybe you could tell me if I'm doing right, doing wrong. I don't know. I've never run into something quite like this where it's probably my own mistake by trapping her up there. But there are 2 decent looking queen cells up there that I could do something with. So I'm going to give it a go, probably. Get a couple split boxes over here. Make a couple splits and see what happens. who knows, maybe I'll get another hive built up. I got plenty of resources that I can steal to beef up another hive for the winter. Not that I'm looking to have 100 hives, but I mean, there's some people that would like to buy some bees and stuff. I'll sell them if I can. So, all right, so that's going to be about the end of this video. I'm going to put these girls back together. I'm going to move the box that has the 2 swarms, not swarm cells, but I'm hoping they're supersedure cells. And if I get them out of there, maybe she'll just stay in here and keep doing her thing. We'll see what happens. Thanks again for tuning in, and hope you all have a blessed day, everybody.